good afternoon, or good morning, or good night, good evening, whatever it is. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you've clicked on this video, you're wanting to know the best modifications for your MT10. This list I've gone, what I'm going to go through is not just for the MT10, but essentially it's mainly for the MT10. So if that's something that you want to watch, sounds interesting to you, stick around. I'll go through them as quickly as I can so you can be on your merry way, and we'll get going. Just before we do get into the video, if you are one of my subscribers, thank you very much. If you do find the upcoming content not good, or it helps you in any way, feel free to give me a sub. I'd much appreciate it. Thank you very much. For a minute. Right, number one. Let's go through these things here that I need to show you on the bike. I mean, let's be honest, it's got to be the Pipeworks, or any end can. It makes such a lovely noise on an MT10, and you need one. This has got a decap. It's quite loud, I will be honest. A bit obnoxiously loud in places, but it depends on your taste really. But standard, naff. You want an end can. You need one. End can. Number two. Now, this may make me sound like a bit of a loser. However, hear me out. GB Racing, or even R&G, there's a couple of major brands that do these. Protection for your engine case. If you drop your bike, and let's be honest, that's out of most of our control when that happens. These will save your engine case. And engine cases are not cheap. They're a ball ache. They don't look too bad. This one covers up the nicest looking part of the bike, or the engine I would say, but to be honest, I quite like the look of engine covers. All race bikes have engine covers because they're dropped regularly. Follow them on Instagram, you can see they prove their worthiness. They show what the aftermath of accidents happens, and how they look, and they honestly are so good. They're quite pricey, I will admit to you, they are pricey, but I think they're worth every penny. So number two, engine casings. Number three, now this one some of you may already have, and we are looking at this lovely seat. So the MT10s have an optional extra, which is the comfort seat. That's this bad boy here. The newer ones have a bit of a cutout here with some extra stitching. You can tell them apart because they have white stitching, and they're a bit thicker. They do add a little bit of height to the bike, which isn't perfect for some of you. For me, it made it from going comfortable to almost too tall, but not quite. So bear that in mind if you do want one. They do add a little bit of height, but the comfort they add is unparalleled. You need them. You need one. They're about 150 to 200 quid, and I think they're worth every penny. I bought one for our France trip, and it's been great. So yeah, comfort seat. Moving straight on, this bad boy here. So I bought this off eBay. It's an eBay special. You have to wire it in yourself. However, don't be deterred. I'm not a wiring expert whatsoever, and I managed to do it. So it's just a little DC 12-volt charger, or little charging point that goes in where your the old cigarette lighter is. You can keep the cigarette lighter if you want, and you can buy ones that actually go in to the cigarette lighter. However, I like this one because it had a Type-C charger, and it also had a USB, and it tells me the voltage of the battery, which I kind of like. And I don't like the lights on it. I don't want a blue light in my face all the time. It looks kind of tacky. So it has a little cover, which is beautiful. Right, we should get on the bike and we shall talk more. Oh, it's a cold, miserable day today. By the time you'll be seeing this video, this would be the next day. Well, if you're seeing it on release day. So most of you won't be, but ooh. Right, moving on to the next thing. I think this is number 5, can't remember, but this will be mapping. And if you listen to the first thing I suggested, which is the exhaust, the mapping should be coming hand in hand. You need a map on a bike if you've got an exhaust, it just upsets the fuel ratio and fuel and air ratio, and you need it mapped. I've discussed this in 2 or 3 videos of mine, so go and look at them if you want to know the difference. So altering the air fuel ratio on your bike can change it dramatically. It can make the throttle response better, it can make your fuel economy better, overall performance will be better. They are pricey. It is a more expensive upgrade to your bike or your MT10. So to be honest, I think that's to be one of the first things you do. It's one of the first things I booked my bike in to do anyway, is to get a proper DynoJet map. This one's got Woolwich racing software on it. It adjusts things such as the throttle response, the way the bike acts in general. If you've got like a twitchy throttle, it can help you out a lot, which many bikes nowadays do. And that is mainly due to the fact that they have to comply with regulations coming out of the plant, which is why exhausts are so horrendously ugly and why they should be swapped out straight away. A map is more of one of the expensive things to do on a bike. It is, you know, upwards of 250 to 450-ish. Depends if you go for like a postal map, quick job, or a DynoJet proper map, which I would recommend personally, because I do think postals are okay, but I don't think they're not as good as a DynoJet map. And I've discussed this in a previous video. So I would suggest getting a proper map, saving up the pennies, and doing that, and the difference you'll notice is amazing. The fuel economy will go up, you'll be more comfortable on the bike, it will help your confidence, and if you've got an exhaust and any other various add-ons, the map will help you out dramatically, and the bike will just be all round better. One of the best mods I think anyone can do to any bike, if the bike can be mapped, of course. Another tasty little upgrade, and this will go for any single bike, is headlight protection. Every bike has headlights, unless you're one of those racing guys with daylight MOT. The MT10s are notorious for cracking headlights, apparently, so I've read. And I've instantly bought some headlight protectors for this bike. They look okay, I think. You can buy them in various different colours if that suits you. Be very careful though. They quite easily look horrendous. But yeah, headlight covers. And how can I not forget bar end mirrors? I think the mirrors on most factory bikes, unless you've got a sports bike, look a bit questionable coming out the factory. The MT10's no different. And the bar end mirrors make it look much better, I think. They're quite neat. These ones in particular I will link in the description, along with every other thing I've got on this bike. I will link in the description below, so check it out. If there's something on this bike that you've seen that you want linked, pop a comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible, but hopefully I've got it all. I was going to mention suspension, but to be honest, if you've got, these are fully adjustable on the standard MT10, and if you've got an SP, you've got Odin's on the front, and you know, it's even better than the standard, so not something that I feel needs doing on this bike. A tail tidy obviously goes without any question. A tail tidy is up there. Another mod for any real bike I would thoroughly recommend is one of these bad boys. I'm not endorsed by these guys, I don't have enough followers, but I would love to be. They're very good. Their product is very good, and it is a quad lock. I believe they can they come with like wireless charging ones if you want. I personally don't need that one, so I don't have it. But the quad lock system is really good, really helpful. It takes a couple of goes to get used to, and it's really good. So yeah, check those out, and that can go on any bike. So it pretty much sums things up. I probably have forgotten a couple of odd bits and bobs, but they're the main things that I would upgrade on a motorbike or the MT10. If you found that helpful whatsoever, please subscribe, like the video, drop a comment. It's great to talk to you guys. Until the next time, which will be next Sunday, I shall see you then. Ciao!